Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? Thank you for joining me today. My name's Chris, guys, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. And I hope you guys are ready for the 2023 NFL football season to get started. What we're going to be doing over the next couple of days is taking a preview, a closer look at the season. We're going to look at every division, pick our winners, pick our survival pools, talk a little bit of fantasy, talk about some possible bets that we may want to make and whatever else we can think of. But we're going to go over every division and see what we think's going to happen. And then we're going to watch a lot of games this season. I plan to do some live streams. I hope you guys will join me for those. And we'll go from there. So guys, let's get right to it. But before we get into the NFC East season for 2023, I want to take a quick look at the 2022 season and see what we can learn, right? All right, so we got the 2022 results here, and I want to show you guys. These are the odds for the bets if you bet teams to win their division at the beginning of the 2022 season. And I want you to see if you guys can look and see a common denominator on why the teams that won the division won the division. Okay, you got Buffalo. Buffalo was a favorite, they won. The Bengals, a close favorite, second favorite to win the division. They pull it off. Jacksonville surprised many people, not me, but they did surprise many people. But with Doug Peterson and their quarterback, I wasn't surprised. This was a great bet, guys. You imagine you made this bet at the beginning of the season? Great bet. AFC Chiefs, no surprise there. Another great bet. I mean, I'll take Patrick Mahomes at plus 175 to win the division. I'll take that any day of the week. Okay, let's go back. The Eagles, not another second team to win the division. Close favorite. It was between them and the Cowboys. Probably will be this year as well. Not a surprise there. Vikings. We all thought Packers would win Aaron Rodgers, but obviously Aaron Rodgers got hurt last year and their season unraveled, and they got rid of their number one receiver, Davante Adams. That's what happens. Buccaneers, their season unraveled, but their division was so bad that they were able to pull it out. And then you got with Tom Brady, 49ers. And really no surprise there. Rams were, expected to win that division, but no surprise there. The 49ers have a loaded roster. So basically, what is the common denominator? If you were to bet, what would you be looking for? Let's look again. Buffalo, best quarterback in the division. Bengals, best quarterback in the division. They won. Jacksonville, best quarterback in the division. They won. Chiefs, best quarterback in the division. Every AFC team was the best quarterback in the division. NFC East, Eagles win, best quarterback in the division. Vikings win. Well, Aaron Rodgers was hurt, so after that, they had the best quarterback in the division in Kirk Cousins. I guess you could argue Goff with the Lions is, but I think Cousins is a little bit better. NFC South, Tom Brady, best quarterback in the division, and the San Francisco 49ers. I guess there you can make argument that Brock Purdy wasn't the best quarterback in the division. I think last year he was. Obviously, I think Rams have the best quarterback in the division. He was a little banged up. It was an off year. And the 49ers also have probably the best roster next to the Eagles in the NFL. So this wasn't a surprise. This was your outlier. But if you look at everywhere else, what happened? Best quarterback in the division has won every time. And I think if you're going to bet division winners, as we will be doing later on this channel, later in the week, you need to take that. The quarterback has to be a big part of your decision-making process. So, guys, anyways, let's go to the NFC East. Okay, so I'm just going to go run by this every week. You see Eagles are the favorite. Dallas is the second favorite to win. Giants and Washington are huge underdogs, rightfully so. Okay, so week one, this is just how I see it playing out. We got the Patriots, Eagles-Patriots. I think that's a win for the Eagles. Giants, Dallas are going to be playing. I definitely think Dallas will win. They always beat the Giants, it seems like to me. And then Washington will be playing Arizona. Arizona stinks. So I really think that's what you're going to have. 3 wins in the division right off the bat. Giants being the only team with a loss. Week 2, you got Minnesota for the Eagles. I believe that'll be a Thursday night game. That'll be a win, I believe, at home. Giants will get their first win. Arizona's probably the worst team in the league. Dallas will play the Jets. I believe they will lose. I believe Aaron Rodgers has the Cowboys' numbers. And I do actually think the Jets have a really talented team. I really think that's going to be a loss for the Cowboys. And then Washington will play at Denver. I believe Denver will win that game at home. We'll go to week 3. Eagles play Monday night at Tampa. Tampa stinks. I think that's a win. Giants will play San Francisco. They got no prayer. Dallas at Arizona. That's an easy win for the Cowboys. And Washington's got to play Buffalo. Buffalo's a good team, so I think that's a loss there. Go to week 4. Eagles, Washington. I actually believe the Eagles will split with the Redskins. They do a lot. Even when the Redskins stinks, we still split with them, just like we did last year, and we still went to the Super Bowl. I really think that's going to be our first loss for the Eagles. Giants, I got losing to Seattle on Monday night. Patriots, Dallas. I think Patriots stink. I think Dallas will win that game, and then Washington will get their second win of the season. This is just how I see it playing out, guys. This is my initial thoughts when I first looked at this. I could be wrong, but I didn't go too deep into this, but this is just my initial thoughts looking at this division closely. So, the Rams, Eagles, I think that's a win. Giants going to play Miami. Giants are in trouble, man. Giants are going to start off 1-4. I truly believe that. I don't see how they're going to win more than one of those games. Dallas at San Francisco. San Francisco just owns the Cowboys. I do not think Dallas will win that game. Washington plays Chicago. And I think Washington will beat Chicago at home. I think they'll get their third win. Okay, let's go. Jets. Eagles at Jets. The Eagles are 12-0 against the Jets all time. I believe they're going to make it 13-0. I believe that'll be a win. It's one of those things where a team owns a team. And until they lose, I'm not going to pick against them there. Giants got to go to Buffalo. Damn, Giant fans, man. It's not looking good for you guys starting off this season. 1-5. If you guys could go 2-4 to start the season, that's a win in my book. I do not believe Giants will have more than one win in the first 6 weeks of the season. Okay, Dallas will play at Chargers. I do think Dallas will beat the Chargers. It'll be a hard-fought game. I give Dallas a win. Washington at Atlanta. That's not a hard game. 4-2 Washington. We'll go to week 7. Miami, Philadelphia. I don't know, man. It feels like every time we play Miami, we lose. So I'm going to say we're going to get a loss there. I think Miami's going to come in and get a win. And, they got a very good team, so we'll see what happens. Giants will play Washington and beat them. Dallas is on a bye, and then Washington will get a loss. Okay, so Philadelphia will play Washington at Washington. We'll take care of business this time. We'll get our split. Giants will lose to the Jets. Giants, man. Not looking good for you guys. Cowboys at the Rams. I believe that'll be 5-2. Washington will get their loss. Philadelphia. Let's go to week 9, guys. Eagles will play Dallas. I believe we will win that game in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts is going to lay down the smackdown on the Cowboys. Okay, and the Giants will play at Las Vegas. I'm going to say Giants pull it together a little bit, get a win there. And then we got Dallas at Philadelphia. That's a loss. Washington at New England. New England stinks. I believe Washington will pull that off. Eagles will be on a bye week. Giants will play Dallas. I don't think Giants could beat Dallas, so I'm going to say Dallas will get the win there. Washington will play Seattle. Let's say Washington pulls off a win there, shocks people at home. All right, so let's go to week 11. Kansas City at Philadelphia, Super Bowl rematch. I'm gonna say Kansas City, guys. I hate to say that I want to beat them, but I care about beating them in the Super Bowl. But until we beat Andy Reid one time, I'm not picking against them. Okay, Giants will play at Washington, and they always beat Washington to win. Dallas has a cakewalk game against Carolina, and Washington loses the Giants. Eagles will play Buffalo in Philadelphia. I think Eagles will win a shootout. Giants will play the Patriots. They always beat the Patriots. They'll win that game. Dallas always beats Washington on Thursday Night Football. That's a win for Dallas, loss for Redskins. Week 13, Eagles will rematch against San Francisco in Philadelphia. I don't think San Francisco is coming to Philadelphia to win. I think they talked a lot of smack, and Eagles are going to lay down the smack down on them. So Giants will be on a bye week. Dallas versus Seattle. That'll be a loss for Dallas. I think Seattle will come in and take care of business. They're a decent team. And Washington will definitely lose to Miami. Okay, so week 14, Eagles, Dallas. I believe Dallas will get their split at home, same as last year. And I believe the Giants will beat Green Bay, get it together a little bit. You got a 3-game win streak here, making it interesting. Dallas gets their win. Washington's on a bye. Let's go to week 15. Eagles at Seattle. Man, do we ever win in Seattle? I don't really see it much. I believe that'll be a loss. 2-game losing streak. That's where Philly fans start to panic a little bit, probably. And Giants will play at New Orleans. New Orleans is an okay team. They'll lose that game. Dallas will play at Buffalo. I believe Buffalo will take care of Cowboys in that game. And then Washington will beat the Rams. The Rams, I don't think, are a good team this year. Eagles will play Giants. They always beat the Giants. That's a win. A loss for the Giants. Dallas got to play at Miami. I like Miami there. Miami's a really good team. And then Washington's got to play at the Jets. I believe Jets are a good team with Aaron Rodgers this year. Okay, we're getting to week 17. Arizona, Eagles. Arizona may be the worst team in football. They have the worst coach in football, so that's an easy win for the Eagles. The Giants will play the Rams. I believe they'll get a win there. Dallas will get a win against Detroit, who's a decent team, and Washington will lose against San Francisco. We'll go to the final week of the season. The Eagles will finish up with a layup against the Giants. The Giants will finish up with another loss. The Cowboys will play at Washington, and they always beat Washington. So that's how I see the season finishing. So final records, I believe, will be Eagles will win the division 12-5. Cowboys will be a close second at 11-6. Giants and Washington will be a 7-win teams. That's pretty much what they are, kind of a little below mediocre. I'm not a big believer in the Giants and Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. I think at best they're an average team. 1 year they'll make the playoffs with him. Then 1 year they'll miss the playoffs. And I think next year, this coming year, they will miss the playoffs. So Eagles, Vegas odds, 11.5 wins. I believe they'll just get over that. Dallas, 10 wins. I believe Dallas will get over that too. And I believe Washington will be under, and I believe or be just over the 6.5 wins. And I believe the Giants will be just over the 7 or just under their 8-win Vegas odds. So, guys, if you're betting this division, there's only 2 choices here, right? We talked about quarterbacks, right? And how important it is to win the division. So, who's got the elite quarterback? It's the Eagles. Who has the best roster in football? That's the Eagles. Now, we all know that the teams that go to Super Bowl and lose generally don't get back. Things go wrong, injuries, everything. So if you're a betting person and you want to bet the Cowboys, I completely understand. I actually think it's a good bet. I think the way that the NFC East has been, Eagles win 1 year, Dallas wins another year, and it just keeps switching. That can very much happen. There is one reason, though. I really do believe the Eagles will repeat. I believe the Eagles have just a super talented team, and I believe they got an elite quarterback in Jalen Hurts. I believe Jalen Hurts is a different animal. I believe he's going to come hyper-focused, not satisfied off that Super Bowl loss, and win. But I also at the same time realize that, you got to stay healthy. Injuries could happen. So, Dallas is right there in it. So if you guys wanted to bet Dallas to win the division, I totally understand it. But this is how I see the NFC East playing out, just looking at the schedules, not getting too much into it, but just giving my initial thoughts, my initial impression on wins. And when I went through this, guys, earlier before I filmed, I just went in, that's a win, that's a win, that's a win. Just my initial impression on who's going to win, who's going to lose. I didn't go too far into it as far as thought process, whether teams playing on Monday, Thursday, all that stuff. I didn't go that far into it, into all the specifics. But, like, for example, guys, Eagles have not beaten Andy Reid, okay? Why would I give them the win there at Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes? They can win that game, but until they beat Andy Reid, I'm not going to give it to them. Same thing here with the Jets, right? The Eagles have never lost to the Jets, 12-0, right? I believe they're 12-0. So I'm going to put the Eagles to beat them until the Jets prove otherwise. Cowboys, look, the Cowboy fans, I'm sure, are going to come here and argue, but look, same thing with Aaron Rodgers always beats the Cowboys, even if it's in Dallas. So I'm just going to stick with that. The Jets coming in and beating the Cowboys, right? San Francisco always beats the Cowboys, okay? Is it unreasonable for me to say 2 losses for the Cowboys? I'm giving them a win at a really good team. Chargers, Arizona, obviously easy wins. They're going to beat the Rams. I believe they'll get a split with the Eagles. I don't think that's out of the question that they're going to come to Philly and they're going to lose. I believe they'll beat Giants. I believe they'll beat Carolina. I believe they'll beat the Washington. And, I think Seattle, is that one game that they're going to lose that they probably should have won. And then I believe, they'll get a win against the Eagles. I don't believe they're going to go to Buffalo and win. I don't believe they're going to go to Miami and win. Those are really good teams. I believe they'll beat a really good Detroit team. See, this is the team, Detroit game and the Seattle game, right? I believe the Cowboys will go 1-1 here. I believe Cowboys are better than both these teams, but I believe one of those teams are going to beat them and one of them they're going to beat. And the Redskins. So that's how I see the 2023 NFC East playing out, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, I will bring you the NFC East, the NFC North next, and my predictions there. And then we'll talk a little bit who to bet. But obviously, so far, I think Dallas, if I was a betting man, I would go Dallas or Eagles. Either or is a good bet. Dallas, you get paid a little bit more. So, that curse, the Super Bowl curse, So if you want to bet Dallas, I understand. For me, my money's probably on Jalen Hurts, though. I'm going to stick with Jalen Hurts. But, guys, that's how I see it playing out. How do you guys see it playing out? Let me know. And, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. I got a lot more coming. I hope you guys will join me on live stream. I hope you'll join me for my survival pool picks and so much more that I got coming. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you next time.